Hey there guys, what is going on? It is a very exciting time to be a Call of Duty fan. Of course, in the Season 3 update, very exciting stuff to go over. We've got new weapons, we've got new maps, it's very exciting times. Today we are taking a look at the top 10 most overpowered class setups with the new update, man. These are the top 10 best guns in Cold War right now with the Season 3 updates. A lot of exciting weapons on this list. Keep in mind that we haven't had a lot of experience with the brand new PPSH41 and of course the Swiss K31. So if you were expecting to see these on this video here, make sure you do hit that subscribe button with those notifications turned on. We're going to be having class setups on both of the brand new weapons in Season 3 as soon as possible, so don't miss out on any of that. So straight into it here, of course, we're going to be starting with the assault rifles in the game, and I think there is two that are absolutely fantastic right now. The first on this list is, of course, the Fara 83, which is an absolute banger of a weapon. Out to about 70 meters or so, you get a 300 millisecond time to kill, which is really fast for the assault rifle category, and just in general in this game. Our class setup does consist of these particular attachments with the Vulture EXO, which is, of course, the fancy variant, which does have the evolving skin on here. So the attachments that we are going to go with here are, of course, the Microflex LED. Now, this is a personal choice for me. I really do not like the iron sight. I think the actual little iron sight on the end of the gun is fine, but it's more of the, like, bulky sort of end bit, like, near your eyeball. Like, I think that is a bit wide, and it does actually block a lot of your peripheral vision. For our barrel here, there's only one option here with the Liberator barrel. This does take a bullet velocity to about 1350 meters per second, which is absolutely ridiculous for our hit detection. This is the only barrel you want to go with here. In the underbarrel slot, we are going for the Spetsnaz speed grip for a 10% increase to our sprinting movement speed, as well as a 15% increase to our horizontal recoil control, meaning we hit the target very easily, as well as sprint around the map very quickly with this. In the handle slot, we are taking the Serpent Wrap here for a very fast aim down sight speed increase of 25%. And then in the stock slot, we want to take that KGB skeletal stock for a sprint to fire speed increase of 30%, as well as aim walking movement speed increase of 40%. The rest of our class setup is as follows. If the Street Sweeper is still broken, they haven't fixed it just yet, this is what you want to go with here. The rest of our class setup is as follows, and will be mostly the same for the rest of these classes, so we won't have to go over that again. The Stim Shot, the Semtex, and the Jammer in these tactical, lethal, and field upgrade slots. Then we want that perk greed, of course, with all of these class setups. I don't think there is a single gunfighter class setup on this list. So Flak Jacket, Forward Intel, Assassin, Scavenger, Ninja, and Ghost are our perks. The next assault rifle on our list is, of course, the AK47, which does share a similar property to the Fara 83, having a 300 millisecond time to kill out to about 30 meters, and with the right barrel attachments, it is also about 65 to 70 meters, which is absolutely fantastic in this game, man. So the AK47, we got that suppressor. I know this does reduce our damage range as well as our bullet velocity, but the statistics that we do get from this thing, that takes our effective damage range down to 70.49 meters, which is really nothing to be sneezed at. That is pretty ridiculous. The bullet velocity is a little bit of a loss here at 612 meters per second, but we can put up with that with the rest of the barrel attachments that we have chosen. Taking the VDV reinforced barrel, which, as I said, does give us these lovely stats of 70 meters of damage range, as well as 612 meters of bullet velocity. Then in the underbarrel slot, again, we are taking that Spetsnaz speed grip for the sprinting movement speed increase, which is absolutely massive if you are playing aggressively like I do. And then a 15% increase to our horizontal recoil control, keeping us on target very easily here. Then the handle, again, Serpent Wrap for an aim down sight speed increase without taking down our sprint to fire speed too much, which is really important for assault rifles in particular. And then the stock, we're going for the KGB skeletal stock, sprint to fire speed, and aim walking movement speed here. As I said, the AK-47 is a really versatile option. It's a little bit of a coin flip as to which is the best assault rifle in the game right now versus the Fara 83 or the AK-47, and that is kind of up to you to choose. Again, we're taking the Street Sweeper with very similar attachments to how we mentioned previously. Stim Shot, Semtex, Jammer as well, Flak Jacket, Forward Intel, Assassin, Scavenger, Ninja, and Ghost. And of course, we want perk greed here. The next category that we are taking a look at here is all of the SMGs that we do think are absolutely fantastic in this game right now. Starting with the LC10 here, this thing is an absolute laser beam, has great bullet velocity in the SMG category. It is almost assault rifle level values. Did have that fantastic damage range until it did get nerfed a couple of weeks back, so it's still a great weapon in this game, man. Try it out if you have not done so. Of course, we are looking at the SOCOM Eliminator for our muzzle to give us a 17% increase to our vertical recoil control. This is a really nice option to help keep us on target here. Then in the barrel slot, we do want that Task Force for the increase to our damage, as well as effective damage range, and of course our bullet velocity, giving us a nice bullet velocity and hit detection with the 717 meters per second. In the underbarrel slot, again, that SFOD speed grip for a 10% sprinting movement speed increase, as well as 15% horizontal recoil control increase. Really nice option for being aggressive. Magazine, we're going for the Vandal speed loader for a very fast reload speed, as well, and having a little more ammo to fire as well. And then in the handle slot, again, Serpent Wrap. We don't want to reduce our sprint to fire speed, but we do want to increase our aim down sight speed, so this is a great combo here. The rest of our class setup is exactly the same as we have presented previously, with the Street Sweep, with the Stim Shot, the Semtex, the Jammer, the Flak Jacket, the Forward Intel, Assassin, Scavenger, Ninja, and Ghost. So keep that in mind across the board. As I said, these will be mostly the same throughout. The next SMG that we have got on our list is the AK-74U, which you know is still an absolutely fantastic weapon in this game. If you are running the Task Force barrel, you're still very likely to get that 3-shot kill if you are going for headshots. 2 headshots and a body shot, 3-shot kill with lightning fast time to kill. Our attachments on the AK-74U are as follows. We're going to start off with that KGB Eliminator, of course, giving us that vertical recoil control increase of 15%. Then again, the Task Force barrel for an 8% increase to our damage, which does give us that 3-shot kill if we are getting those 2 headshots. Then that 50% damage range increase, as well as a 75% increase to our bullet velocity. Underbarrel, again, we're actually going with the Spetsnaz grip here for a 7% increase to our vertical recoil control, as well as a massive 21% increase to our horizontal recoil control. Meaning we can hit the target very, very easily with this thing. This is a great option. Again, the Serpent Wrap in the handle slot for that aim down side speed increase is absolutely massive. And then in the last slot, we're going for the KGB Skeletal stock for that massive sprint to fire speed increase, as well as a little bit of aim walking movement speed. The rest of the class setup looks exactly the same as we have presented previously. The Street Sweeper attachments are slightly different, but pay no mind to that. Just use whatever I said or your favorite secondary as well. In the Tacticals, Lethal, and Field upgrade slot, exactly the same as it was as well. Flak Jacket Forward, Intel, Scavenger, Assassin, Ghost, and Ninja, again with that powerful combination. The next weapon on our list here is, of course, the Bullfrog, which is a very, very consistent, very powerful weapon in this game. Our attachments on this thing are, again, as follows with that KGB Eliminator. This does give us that 13% increase to that vertical recoil control, which is a really nice for keeping that recoil down. Barrel give us the Task Force option for a 3% increase to that damage and the best hit detection for that damage range and that bullet velocity stat. Underbarrel, again, that Spetsnaz grip does give us that vertical and horizontal recoil control increases of 20% and 6%, which is super powerful for keeping us on target. Then the handle, we're going for the GRU Elastic Wrap here for that massive increase to our aim down side speed, flinch resistance, and of course aim while going prone. And then lastly, the KGB Skeletal stock for that sprint to fire speed increase, as well as a nice little bit of aim walking movement speed, rounds out this class setup here. We are taking a slightly different secondary here, but again, this is up to you what you do want to choose here. I usually go with either a Street Sweeper or the Akimbo Magnum still because they're just busted. Then the Stim Shot, then the Semtex, then the Jammer, again, Flak Jacket Forward, Intel, Assassin, Scavenger, Ninja, and Ghost, but choose these as you do see fit. This is again up to you. The next one on our list here, we do have the Milano 821, which is still an absolutely fantastic weapon as of the most recent balance patch. Of course, we do want that SOCOM Eliminator in that muzzle slot for a 15% increase to that vertical recoil control. We want the Task Force barrel for a little bit more damage, a fantastic amount of bullet velocity, giving us the best hit detection possible. Then again, that underbarrel, we want that Field Agent grip for that vertical and horizontal recoil control increases. Then the magazine Spandal speed loader for that very fast reload speed. 32 rounds in the mag with this is a really, really nice option. And then the handle, we want that Serpent grip for that aim down side speed increase of 25%. Again, in the secondary, choose whatever you do want. The Tactical, the Lethal, and the Field upgrade. This choice is again up to you. Your personal preference is up to you. Again, in the perks, we're going with Flak Jacket Forward, Intel, Assassin, Scavenger, Ninja, and Ghost. And as usual, we want Perk Greed here. The last SMG on our list is probably one of the most powerful yet underrated weapons in the game. The KSP45 is that burst SMG. Really, really powerful option in the game, man. Absolutely lightning fast time to kill. At about 210 milliseconds if you are getting those one burst kills, which is kind of common at those close ranges. Our attachments on this are as follows. We want to start off with that sound suppressor for a 100% increase to our muzzle flash concealment, meaning we don't show up on the minimap when we do fire. This does decrease our effective damage range, which is quite unpleasant, but it's not too big of a deal when we play at those close quarters. We're still going to be able to get those one burst kills. In the barrel slot, we are taking that Task Force option. We really want to maximize our one-shot kill distance here, so giving us that extra damage, giving us that extra range, as well as a nice amount of bullet velocity here means we can hit the target as hard and as fast as possible. Under barrel, we're going for the S-Forward speed grip. This is a burst weapon, which doesn't have too much recoil as it is. So sprinting movement speed and horizontal recoil control is a nice combination here. Then the magazine, we want that Vandal speed loader because this is a burst weapon. We don't need lots of ammunition. So the very fast reload speed here is enough to get us by. And then, of course, this Serpent Wrap for that aim down side speed increase. This thing has a quite nice aim down side speed as well as a nice amount of sprint to fire speed as it is here. Again, in the secondary slot, whatever you want, up to you. Of course, the attachments are really not relevant to go over again. Stim Shot, Semtex, Jammer, Flak Jacket Forward, Intel, Assassin, Scavenger, Ninja, and Ghost. But again, choose these 9 options as you do see fit. This is all personal preference and it is up to you as usual. Moving to one of the best tactical rifles in the game still, this thing is an absolute melt machine. The first attachment that we are going with here is, of course, the optic. We're taking that Millstop Reflex because I do not like the iron sights on the M16. I think they are a little long, a little, like, it's just hard to use and kill people at close range with this, so we're taking the Millstop Reflex, but again, personal choice, you can change this out for something else. Then the barrel, we want that Task Force barrel to give us the most amount of one burst kills, and a great amount of bullet velocity, and a great amount of damage range here. This is a perfect barrel here. In the underbarrel slot, we do want to go with the S-Odd speed grip, of course, for the sprinting movement speed, meaning we can move around the map very quickly, as well as that horizontal recoil control boost is really nice here. Then the handle, we want that serpent wrap for that aim down sight speed without reducing our sprint to fire speed too much. And then a really underrated attachment here is the SAS combat stock. This does give us 10% shooting movement speed and a 78% increase to our aim walking movement speed. This is a super underrated attachment if you are walking around with your gun and sight up all the time, which you definitely do with the M16. So that is a fantastic attachment here. Again, the rest of the class setup: Street Sweeper, Stim Shot, Semtex, Jammer, Flak Jacket, Forward Intel, Assassin, Scavenger, Ninja, and Ghost, and choose these. All personal preference. These 10 choices here are all up to you. Depends on what you do prefer. Moving to the most powerful LMG in the game here, this is the Stoner 63. Again, this is sort of a little bit of a work in progress class setup, but I think we've found something that I do prefer. Again, these are choices that are up to you with the attachments. I really like the suppressor on this thing. It does reduce our effective damage range and bullet velocity. Then the barrel, we want that task force option, which does give us that increase to our damage, as well as what we talked about with our range and bullet velocity values. Great hit detection here. Then we want the magazine. The fast mag does give us a little bit of a faster reload speed, a 25% increase, taking it down to about 4.6 seconds, which is a nice boost. Then the handle, we want that airborne elastic wrap, most amount of aim down sight speed with a little bit of flinch resistance, and of course aim while going prone, so you can hit those drop shots. And again, in the last slot, we're going for the SAS combat stock for a 10% shooting movement speed increase. Again, you want to be moving around the map quite quickly here and with those sights up all the time. So again, aim walking movement speed increase of 75% is absolutely massive. Again, the class setup, again, secondary, whatever you do prefer, we're going with the Akimbo Diamatis here. Ridiculous option in this game, still absolutely melts people close range. Simshot, Semtex, Jammer, Flak Jacket, Forward Intel, Scavenger, Assassin, Ghost, and Ninja. And the last weapon that we do have on our list here, we have been talking about snipers fairly recently, which is the best. I still think the LW3 Tundra is a better sniper overall. It doesn't have as fantastic one-shot kill zones as the ZRG 20mm, but this thing still gets a decent amount of one-shot kills. Our attachments on this thing are as follows with that Tiger Team barrel. Again, that damage increase, a fire rate increase, as well as a massive boost to our bullet velocity. It means we can hit the target as fast and as easily as possible. We want the underbarrel. We want that infiltrator grip for a 5% increase to our movement speed, shooting movement speed, and aim walking movement speed. A nice boost here. Then the magazine, we're going for the 7-round mag. Keep in mind that the barrel we chose does actually decrease the amount of bullets you have, as well as the handle, airborne elastic wrap for the most amount of aim down sight speed. 12% boost is really nice. And then lastly, the stock, we want that radar pad for that sprint to fire speed and aim walking movement speed increases. As I said, this is still the best sniper in the game. It's a little unfortunate that the ZRG is like, oh, it's almost there, it's close. And the new sniper that we're getting is a very powerful weapon, very fast handling, similar to the Pellington. So again, as we mentioned, the secondary is up to you. We are taking, because this is a sniper class, the Akimbo Diamati. Stim Shot, Semtex, Jammer, again, choose these as you do prefer. And again, the perks, as we have mentioned previously, Flak Jacket, Forward Intel, Scavenger, Assassin, Ninja, and Ghost. And that's it, guys. That is all we have taken a look at here today. Keep an eye out for the class setups on the brand new weapons, that being the PPSH41. And of course, the Swiss K31. Those class setups will be coming very, very soon. So make sure you do hit that subscribe button with those notifications turned on so you don't miss out on any of that. We've got loads of stuff coming up for Season 3, including map guides, of course, those class setup videos. So lots to take a look at. So don't miss out on any of that. Of course, I will see you in the next video. Bye!